The Indo-Pacific was jolted by unexpected news. Manila was pivoting toward Japan for advanced military hardware. The announcement sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles, catching even seasoned observers off guard. For decades, the Philippines had maintained a cautious approach to military procurement, but this move signaled a bold new direction. In capitals from Tokyo to Washington, analysts scrambled to interpret the implications. Governments convened emergency meetings, and think tanks rushed to publish their first takes. The question on everyone's mind: what did this mean for the balance of power in the region? The Philippines, long reliant on modest defenses, was now eyeing a leap in capability. Its military, often overshadowed by regional powers, had struggled with outdated equipment and limited resources. Now, the prospect of acquiring cutting-edge technology promised to change that narrative. Headlines blared. Manila was in talks with Japan, a former rival, now a strategic partner. The press conference was packed, with reporters eager for details about this historic shift. The symbolism was impossible to ignore. Two nations, once adversaries, now standing shoulder to shoulder. The focus wasn't just on naval vessels, but on the Mitsubishi F-2 fighter jet, a symbol of Japanese technological might. The F-2, renowned for its agility and advanced avionics, represented a significant upgrade for the Philippine Air Force, which had long operated with limited air power. This wasn't a routine arms deal, it was a signal of transformation. The agreements being discussed hinted at a deeper, more enduring partnership, one that could reshape the security architecture of the Indo-Pacific. The Philippine military, once hampered by slow modernization, was now moving with urgency. Training exercises were ramped up, and new strategies were being drafted to integrate the anticipated hardware into existing defense plans. Officials confirmed a Philippine delegation would soon inspect Japanese destroyer escorts and discuss F-2 fighters. The visit was more than ceremonial. It was a hands-on assessment, signaling Manila's seriousness about upgrading its capabilities. This marked a dramatic escalation in defense ties, driven by shared anxieties over regional security. With tensions simmering in the South China Sea and beyond, both nations saw the partnership as a necessary response to growing threats. The world watched as Manila drew a new line in the sand, not with rhetoric, but with a clear intent to defend its sovereignty. The message was unmistakable. The Philippines was ready to stand its ground, backed by new alliances and advanced weaponry. The potential acquisition of Japanese warships and fighters represented a quantum leap, aiming to rebalance power in a tense region. Such a move would not only bolster the Philippines' defenses, but also send a strong signal to rivals and allies alike. This headline was about more than hardware. It was the dawn of a new strategic era for the Philippines and its allies. The partnership promised to deepen cooperation, foster trust, and potentially inspire similar moves by other nations in the region. The region braced for the consequences of this bold new partnership. As leaders weighed their next steps, one thing was clear: the Indo-Pacific would never be the same again. For years, the Philippines relied on patrol boats and light combat aircraft, assets designed primarily for internal security and coastal defense, not for deterring major external threats. The country's military posture was shaped by decades of focusing on insurgencies and disaster response, rather than preparing for high-end conflict or power projection. Now, Manila's pursuit of advanced Japanese equipment marks a revolutionary shift in its defense strategy, signaling a readiness to modernize and adapt to a rapidly changing security environment. Japan, once bound by strict pacifist policies, is now stepping onto the global stage as a major defense exporter, and the Philippines is first in line to benefit from this new era of cooperation. This partnership is more than transactional. It represents a deepening strategic alignment, as both nations face shared threats and seek to uphold stability in the region. Manila is also diversifying its defense ties, actively building a robust network with Japan, Australia, India, and South Korea, creating a web of partnerships that strengthens its position. This integrated approach to security complicates any aggressor's calculations, making it harder for potential adversaries to isolate or intimidate the Philippines. The introduction of Abukuma-Class warships and F-2 fighters represents a generational leap for the armed forces of the Philippines, bringing advanced technology, greater range, and enhanced capabilities. Moving from patrol craft to destroyer escorts and from light aircraft to multi-role fighters signals a real and tangible commitment to national defense and regional security. The Philippines is no longer just reacting to today's threats, it is proactively preparing for tomorrow's challenges, investing in training, technology, and readiness. This bold pivot is about building resilience, establishing credible deterrence, and responding to a new sense of urgency in the face of evolving regional dynamics. Manila is stepping onto the regional stage with renewed purpose, determination, and a clear message. The Philippines is ready to defend its interests and contribute to regional peace. The South China Sea crisis is the catalyst for Manila's military transformation. China's maritime pressure, harassment, blockades, and gray zone tactics has eroded Philippine sovereignty. Diplomatic protests alone have proven insufficient. A credible deterrent is now essential. The Philippines' current fleet is outmatched, creating a dangerous imbalance. The Modernization program, now rebranded as Rehorizon 3, is laser-focused on real deterrence. Japan, facing similar threats in the East China Sea, sees its security linked to the Philippines. If the first island chain falls, Japan's own sea lanes are at risk. This shared threat perception has turned former adversaries into strategic partners. The partnership is a direct response to a rapidly changing security environment. Together, Manila and Tokyo are forging a united front against coercion. The Abukuma-Class destroyer escort is a game-changer for the Philippine Navy. Designed for anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare, it fills critical gaps in Philippine capabilities. With Harpoon missiles, ASROC launchers, and advanced sensors, these ships offer credible long-range strike and defense. Their presence would allow the Philippines to monitor key maritime choke points and defend its archipelago. The Abukuma-Class sets a new standard for professionalism and operational reach. These ships would become the Navy's most powerful surface combatants, elevating the entire fleet. Their arrival signals that the Philippines is serious about defending its territory. The Abukuma-Class would be the new guardians of Philippine waters. The acquisition process for the Abukuma-Class is underway. A Philippine technical team will soon inspect the ships in Japan, assessing their condition and integration needs. Familiarity with American systems like Harpoon missiles should ease the transition. Japan is expected to offer favorable terms, possibly grants or low-interest loans, reflecting strategic, not commercial motives. Training packages and spare parts may be included to ensure operational readiness from day one. The urgency is clear. Manila needs these ships now to address immediate threats. Once terms are set, Filipino crews will train in Japan, preparing for a new era of naval capability. The arrival of the first Abukuma-Class ship will mark a milestone in Philippine-Japanese defense ties. This is more than an arms deal, it's a leap forward in regional security. The partnership is built for the long haul. The Mitsubishi F-2 fighter jet could transform the Philippine Air Force overnight, marking a new era in the country's aerial capabilities. This advanced aircraft is not just another addition to the fleet, it represents a significant leap forward in technology and operational reach. Larger and more advanced than the F-50s currently in service, the F-2 brings true multi-role capability to the table. It can perform air-to-air combat, ground attack, and maritime strike missions, making it a versatile asset for any scenario. With its state-of-the-art radar and medium-range missiles, the F-2 can patrol and defend Philippine airspace far from home bases, extending the nation's reach and providing a rapid response to emerging threats. Its real strength lies in maritime strike, carrying powerful anti-ship missiles that can threaten hostile fleets at a significant distance, giving the Philippines a new edge in protecting its territorial waters. A squadron of F-2s would give Manila a credible deterrent, forcing adversaries to think twice before challenging Philippine sovereignty or interests in the region. The F-2's impressive range, heavy payload, and cutting-edge avionics far surpass the capabilities of current assets, allowing for longer missions and more complex operations. Integrated with new warships and ground-based missile systems, the F-2 forms the core of a modern layered defense network that can respond to multiple threats simultaneously. With these jets, the Air Force would shift from a purely defensive posture to actively shaping the maritime battlespace, projecting power and influence across the region. This synergy between air and sea power is the foundation of credible deterrence, ensuring that the Philippines can protect its interests and maintain stability. The F-2 would be the centerpiece of the Philippines' new defense strategy, symbolizing a commitment to modernization and national security. It's a leap into the future for Philippine air power, inspiring confidence and pride in the nation's ability to defend its skies and seas. The Reciprocal Access Agreement, RAA, between Manila and Tokyo is the backbone of this new partnership. It streamlines logistics, legalities, and joint operations, enabling deeper military cooperation. Japanese forces will rotate through the Philippines, bringing advanced training and technology. The RAA unlocks the door to acquiring and sustaining complex assets like the F-2 and Abukuma-Class. Continuous support, training, and maintenance become possible. The agreement signals a mature strategic partnership, akin to Manila's pacts with the US and Australia. By signing, both nations commit to each other's security for the long term. The RAA provides the confidence needed for major defense investments. It's a political and strategic milestone for both countries. Acquiring these assets is a massive undertaking. Funding is the first hurdle. Beyond purchase, sustainment costs will stretch budgets for years. Congress must approve a multi-year commitment, balancing defense with other priorities. Training is equally daunting. The AFP must develop a new generation of skilled personnel. Years of education and hands-on experience in Japan will be required. Infrastructure upgrades, hangars, ports, supply chains must be built from scratch. Integrating new platforms with existing systems and allied networks is a technical challenge. Time is short. Japan is phasing out these assets, and the window to acquire them is closing. Manila must act decisively or risk losing this opportunity. The urgency is driving rapid negotiations and bold decisions. The clock is ticking for the Philippines' defense transformation. Decisions in Manila and Tokyo are reshaping the Indo-Pacific security landscape. A stronger Philippines becomes a pillar of regional stability, deterring aggression and protecting vital sea lanes. This partnership is a model for other nations facing similar threats. Coalitions can change the balance. The move encourages Southeast Asian countries to deepen ties with Japan, Australia, India, and the US. A networked security architecture makes the region more resilient. For the Philippines, this is a defining moment, a strategic investment in sovereignty and defense. New warships and fighters boost national morale and diplomatic leverage. This is the moment Manila draws a line with steel, not just words. Two former adversaries are now partners for peace and stability. The future of the Indo-Pacific is being forged today, with the Philippines at its heart.